so one of the properties we signed up within the last 2 years was a small property, I'll say, with so under, let's just say under 10 rooms. We inherited a couple of tenants. Now, what we didn't know at the time was that those tenants were bad tenants that were intermittent payers. This is me being super polite, but when my contract got signed, they decided they wouldn't pay anymore because they didn't fancy it, and it took us 12 months plus to get them out of the property, and that's 12 months where my company still had to pay the rent on time every month, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be much of a business. Still paid for their gas, electric, water, broadband, TV license, and council tax, and also covered all of the costs to get these people out of the building who still haven't paid. And we're talking, we're now talking over £13,000 in terms of unpaid rent. So lost a lot of money on that property, which I sometimes think makes me a really bad businessman, because someone said to me, Stuart, you should just hand back those keys. And I said, yeah, I know, but I signed a contract and I shook someone's hand, and I just don't feel that that's the way I want to deal with it. And I'm glad, because that owner now has just renewed an HMO license and just said to me, Stuart, because of how you handled that thing, I just want you to have this property now for another 5 years. We don't even need to discuss it. And for me, that made it all worthwhile. And the fact that I attended court on behalf, because the reason I sort of got into what I did was because I had experienced some of what these owners experience, and these owners, without going into their personal details, just they're people that are older, they're more, let's say, closer to retirement. They don't want to worry about property. They don't want to worry about tenants. And the fact that I would turn up to court on their behalf and deal with all of that, for them and me, was priceless. Knowing that I'd taken that weight off. When I looked at my P&L at the end of them every month, I wasn't happy. But when I stood next to them, I had phone calls, I was very happy that I was able to give them peace of mind. And that is kind of almost reinvigorated me in doing what I do. It's like, okay, this is why I do it, because I want to make these people happy. But I do need to make some money along the way.